lately we've been working on these cars where the engines aren't in the front. And today is the day. The challenges are happening, only I'm the only person here because my friend with his VAG car is just not here. He's late, probably because his car didn't work. Hold on. What is that I can hear?
Hey Dad.
You're late.
Sorry, I'm a little bit late.
You're very late.
Have you done the intro yet?
Yeah, man. I believe
Welcome
you
to another episode of Mighty Car Mods. In this episode of Mighty Car Mods, you can see the VAG dominate Mr. Pooh. Welcome to an almighty and in fact downright humongous episode of Mighty Car Mods where these two not front engine nuggets are going head to head in a series of challenges.
Well, it was supposed to be the rear engine battle, but I accidentally bought a mid-rear engine car, which I thought was rear engine, but it turns out it's not. Either way, this pinnacle of late 1980s Japanese engineering is going to prove itself today in a multiple multitude of challenges.
A multiple multitude.
This old thing, I don't even know what to call it.
This is my 1990 JDM hardtop Toyota SW20 MR2. It's mid-engined, 2-litre, turbocharged, has a limited slip diff and a 5-speed manual gearbox. These cars are hugely popular all over the world for their sleek looks, impressive grip and handling. Mine was a little worn out when I picked it up, so I upgraded the turbo, replaced the fuel tank and cooling system, added a water-to-air intercooler and a Haltech ECU with a custom tune that makes 175 kilowatts at the rear wheels. That isn't huge power, but I'm banking on the reliability that Toyotas are renowned for to crush this old Volkswagen spaceship fail buggy.
Felt like I was never going to get there with this car. So many days of just trying to fix stuff that's broken, and sometimes that happens, you know, you buy something that looks really good and seems all there, but then as you slowly peel back the layers, you start to realize that not is all as it seems. But now it drives, it's tuned, it runs, makes 175 kilowatts. It doses really well. I'm really happy with that. And the car it just works. These things handle like nothing else I've ever driven before. They're so sharp. And that was what everyone said about them. Like trying to get understeer into it is possible, but takes a lot of effort. You really got to throw it. Like it just goes where you point it. I can understand why people love these so much. So it's going to be an exciting thing to drive around, exciting thing to challenge that Moong Buggy and just have a bit of fun.
It's all very interesting, but does the MR2 have what it takes to beat this? This is my heavily modified 1970s Volkswagen Beetle. With a bored and stroked 2.1 litre naturally aspirated engine, there is no turbo lag, and it makes around 4 times the power of the original 1600 engine. And coming in at just 660 kilos, the power to weight ratio is ridiculous. Yes, this hectic Moong Buggy will destroy the MR2 in any challenge this side of the Milky Way. This incredible vehicle is the pinnacle of interplanetary exploration and choppage of MR2s. The original build of this car took around 3 months, and you can see where all the time and money's gone. The fabrication work on the body is excellent, and the look of the car is so unique. It was also engineered to be completely legal for driving on public roads. But after sitting abandoned for years, we got it going again, and now it's ready to dominate one of Japan's most iconic sports cars that is decades newer. It really is one giant leap for modkind. So you'd be right in thinking that this is a strange car for us to do on Mighty Car Mods. Marty and I both love the Japanese nuggets, but this car was just so weird and so cool, it was just too rad to pass up. Now, it does have a few benefits over the MR2. It's way simpler. The MR2 is incredibly complex, as you've probably seen from all of the episodes. But also, while the MR2 has some turbo lag, this here, when you put your foot down, when you just go, like, it really does go. I think this is going to be much faster than the MR2 down low,
But obviously because of the turbo on the MR2, if it gets a chance to stretch its legs, then the MR2 is definitely going to pull away. But in this small space we have here at Western Sydney International Dragway, I think it's going to be all about that low down speed, low down power for these challenges. The other thing you've got to remember with this car is that it weighs like 400 or 500 kilos less than the MR2. So even though it makes less power, it does have weight on its side. So it was my first time working on carbies on a car like this. A massive thank you to Isaac for helping me out.
The MR2 may be able to run, but it won't be able to hide because I will hunt it down. It's time to show you and the rest of the world that this old vag wagon still has what it takes to run with the big boys. You chose the challenges, so let's get into it.
Martin, good luck. It is Japan versus Germany. It's you versus me. It's Mr. Pooh versus Mrs. Vag. It's going to be a great day. So let's dive right into the challenges.
Have you heard this thing dose yet? Can we do a dose challenge?
Yeah, do you want to start straight? Before we start, let's just do a static sound challenge.
Yeah.
Like which sounds the best just sitting here.
All right, here we go. Starting up my powerful 3S GTE turbocharged 2-litre double overhead cam, aftermarket ECU, big injectors, all the good stuff with a big dose pipe on it. Here we go. Yeah! Yeah, sewing enthusiasts of the world just lost their minds. How good's that?
That was probably the most underwhelming thing I've heard in a long time.
Let's see what you got then.
Do you want me to show you like what
hear it.
actual engines sound like?
I want to hear it.
All right. Unlike the lethargic MR2, which has its noises stifled by a disgusting turbocharger.
You don't mean it.
I don't mean that at all, actually, as you know. But this is a real engine, mate. I've also got a two-step. Check this out. So Martin, you and I are going to have to decide which one of those sounds more like a car. I mean, do you know what I mean?
I'm disappointed, but the very first challenge of the day goes to this.
I agree.
It sounds good, man.
I have to agree, it sounds good.
Angry and like boxery and sort of, I mean, that actually sounds quite boring.
Yes.
Under a lot of load, moving, I think this might have it, but on a static sound test, man, this has got it.
Yep.
So maybe the next challenge needs to be rolling sound test.
Sounds good.
My ABS doesn't work at all.
It
But
sounded
it sounds
really good.
awesome.
It actually sounded really good.
Yeah, let's see what she's got.
I'm giving that to the MR2, Martin.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All the dose.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, man, like that dose pipe, I'm so happy with it. Considering it's got this tiny little intercooler on it, not a very big turbo or anything, it sounds like a monster.
It sounds great.
You get
done,
static,
Martin.
this gets rolling, 1 for 1.
1 for 1. Let's move on to the next challenge. All right, this is the Go to Woe challenge. This is one of our favorites. This is 0 to 60, back to 0. See which car does it in the least amount of time. If you're going too far, means you're going too slow. I think it's the brakes that are going to let me down. Martin, how are you feeling?
I think this is one of the best challenges because it shows a launch, acceleration, and braking all in one challenge.
Yes.
And he's got a weight advantage. Maybe I've got a power advantage. Don't know. I'm going to wait and find out.
I've also got all of my weight over the rear tyres because it is the rear engine challenge. Actually, yours is kind of over the tyres as well.
Yeah, it's sort of in the middle.
Yeah. Well, let's see how we go, Martin. Are you ready?
Yep, fire it up. Yeah.
I mean, this one is not really a race where you have to go at the same time, but it's fun if we do anyway. So, are you ready?
That doesn't stop.
That is a win for the Volkswagen.
It doesn't stop.
Look at the acceleration. Look at the braking.
So I got a little light flashing on the dash. And
Yeah.
Surprisingly, it's not the check engine light, it's the ABS light.
Okay.
Which means I think my ABS doesn't work. So
Right.
I'm down to like full 70 spec brakes, much like you.
Okay. That said, I mean, when I
That's-
got to 60 and started putting the brakes on, you were still accelerating. You're still going.
Yeah, this is fast off the line, man.
So,
really fast.
I don't know why my brakes are doing better than yours, though. I mean, maybe it's the check,
Well, 400
the check
kilos.
brake light you've got.
400 kilos less weight and not ABS getting in the way. Either way, well done. It wins.
Thank you,
That's
Martin.
one for the buggy.
I'd like to double tap it, Martin.
You want to go again?
I think so.
All right, let's do it.
Just in case. Marty definitely wins the how long it takes you to get ready challenge. Takes me a little while to get going in this thing, but once it goes, it goes. It's definitely a win for Volkswagen, people.
Definitely a win for the Volkswagen.
Martin, what's next, mate?
We
I
gotta
think
do
we
some-
actually need to do a drag race now.
Oh yeah.
Like an actual drag
Yeah,
race.
man. We need to go point to point now.
Yep, the first person to get up there somewhere.
Done.
For this next challenge, it's who can lose the most amount of oil as fast as possible. And again, Volkswagen is the winner of this challenge.
Volkswagens can be fast, but the fastest thing about this particular badge is how quickly it can chew the internals of its engine to bits.
So the absolute sheer power and engineering brilliance of Volkswagen has blown this right off the engine. It's an automatic weight-saving performance mod. The oil is full of metal, and that's, oh God.
Dude, your car's f***ed. Your car's actually just f***ed. Like, look at it. Who's winning the reliability challenge, eh? What are Camrys, I mean, MR2's known for? Reliability. Has my rocker cover fallen off the side?
Well,
Nah.
no. Yours doesn't have one on the side.
This is one giant leak for Vagkind. But heroes aren't made in times of peace, no. They're forged in adversity. So I'm topping up the oil and continuing on with the challenges.
All right, Isaac, thank you very much for your help with the build. This is the big one. This is the classic. I don't know how far this is, but we've got to get down there the fastest. Is it time for two-step button?
Definitely use the two-step. You've got to be so hard on that throttle, mate. Like, don't muck around.
How you feeling, Martin?
I'm feeling good.
Good.
This thing hooks up really well. It's got a limited slip in it.
I think what's interesting is that from the tests we've done so far, this gets off the line quicker, but then it
does.
runs out just when yours starts kind of really coming into its own. So
Yeah.
I think this is yours, but you know, let's
I'm feeling confident. It feels fast and good. Let's
see
do
how
it.
we go.
On three. Damn, that was close. Stuff is flying out of his engine. Something just flew off his engine.
I actually have no idea who won.
I think you might have, but I did a massive skid off the line that I didn't mean to do. That is fast, dude.
It's surprisingly fast.
Yeah. Can we go again?
Sure,
Awesome. I think we need to. That was so close, man.
we have to.
Mad, let's go.
All right, I'm going to count it in. You ready?
Good. Yeah. Oh, he's smoking. You're smoking. Smoke's coming out, a lot of smoke's coming out.
I think my car's blown up again.
There's a lot of smoke, man. Oh! You've blown a rocker cover clean off the side, dude.
Really?
There's just a bolt missing. I saw something fly off it. I wonder if it's around here somewhere. And there's smoke pissing off that too. Dude, it's just like an oil fest.
Right.
Look at it. Wow, that yeah, that doesn't look great, man.
I'm giving Marty the win for the drag race challenge. I'm also going to give him 1 point for general reliability
It's a Camry. I mean MR2, man.
and another point for not spilling any oil, because there is so much liquid coming out of that vag, and that is not
bad.
the way the Volkswagen engine is meant to be looking right now.
It looks a bit sad. Does it have another skid in it though? Because there's only one challenge that we haven't done, and it's skids, man. It's donuts, it's skids, it's circle work, it's all the fun stuff.
Well,
is it gonna make it?
There was
Are we
actually
gonna
all
let
the
it-
other challenges, like the reverse drag race.
There was all that, yeah.
There was the tennis thing where we got to throw the ball. There was the golf Volkswagen thing where we had to drive along and throw the golf balls in the
So
cups.
what you're saying is
but my
that
car's not going to make
the
it.
unreliability of your old vag is the problem.
That's pretty much it. So I reckon we should just finish with a
I reckon it's got a skid in
drifty
it.
skid
It's got a
challenge.
skid in it, man. I want to see the skid. All these people want to see a skid. I want to do a skid. Let's be honest.
I feel a bit torn because this is the end of the Moong Buggy. It's like, that just says, please leave me alone. It says,
Yes.
please don't do a skid.
No, it wants to do a skid. It's made to do skids, man. This was its purpose the whole time. The last time, the only way I could get ahead of you is to get out of first gear, into second, and let the boost come in and then just rev second. And then it started to pull because I wasn't just spinning wheels.
I just
But
saw
that-
two dragonflies having sex. They just flew behind you. So it was very distracting. They're over there. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. And like a tiny bit of wheel spin, but then just grips up and off it goes.
It's fast,
But
man.
you only
It's-
get to do it once or twice and then it dies.
Well, yeah. Just ridiculously fast, though. Impressive car.
Amazing. I'm going to push it back.
Okay.
The walk of shame.
I found that thing.
Did ya?
Something that flew off.
Amazing. Well, this is not how it was meant to end, people.
You
I
did
guess
that-
this means you won, Marty.
What?
I guess this means you won.
Overall, but you won more challenges so far, didn't you?
Is this winning?
Well, I don't know, man. We didn't really set any crazy rules, did we? We probably should have.
I think
wanna
if your
try-
car doesn't work when you leave, you're lost.
It just needs to do a skid butt, man. It's got to do a skid.
Send it out in a John Bon Jovi, a blaze of glory.
See how that came out the same year as my car?
Did it really?
Yeah.
That's a good little tidbit, Martin.
This is the drift challenge. The Moong Buggy's over there with a puddle of oil under it. So I've got to do this one on my own. But that's fine. Time to see what the MR2 can do. Now, a lot of people say that MR2s are crappy drift cars, and maybe they're right. I've got an early MR2 with an early rear end that likes to snap oversteer. So what you're probably going to see is a lot of loop-de-loop. But let's see what happens. Here we go. Loop-de-loop number one. Yeah, that's better. That's a gunner. I think that's what happens with every MR2 ever. That's hilarious. Oh look, a handy water patch. Whatever could I do with this? Literally blew my hat off. It blew my hair off too.
So that brings us to a sad end of our rear engine challenge. I'm pretty sure a bunch of things are broken on this now.
You're gonna try and
I will
start
see
it.
if it starts.
Oh! Oh, no, no, no. Oh, that sounds bad. That sounds worse than Yaris Hilton. That's saying something.
That's the end of the Moong Buggy, Martin.
Yeah.
And
It's gonna happen.
Martin, congratulations.
On what? Fixing a car that's 20 years superior in technology and...
There's a dragonfly.
Is that one rooting as well?
No, that one's going solo.
I have to agree. This thing is impressive, light, fast, looks cool. Like, you can't argue with how cool it looks, man.
It does
like,
look
what a
really
random,
cool.
weird, awesome,
Yeah.
wild-looking thing compared to that.
Yes.
But, yes, this, I mean, look, there's a bit more reliability in the end, actually, of something that I thought was going to be lemoning its whole life. So I'm very happy with the MR2. I'm glad it's done all these things. Is it going to stay in the shed forever? No.
You put a lot of work into it, Martin, and well done. And maybe now's a quick time to say thank you. First thing I want to acknowledge is I think Evolution Motorsport, the name of the company that actually made this car originally. Well done.
Yeah.
Really, really cool.
Cool thing.
Great design. Well done to you lot. A massive thank you to Isaac, of course. Get in here, Isaac. Get in here, mate. Here he is. He's been here helping us out.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Isaac. But I'll get you back in a second because I've got a present for you.
Yeah, to all the people who lent advice with how to fix this thing, this was all new to me. Mid-rear, never done it before. Toyota MR2, the 3S GT, all this stuff is all brand new. So, good learning experience to work on another new, different car, and rewarding ultimately that it did a good skid, and all the things that people say about MR2s are true. They do,
Yep.
they're razor sharp, they're a bit frightening, they're a bit weird. Actually, they're very weird.
Yeah.
That will never stop being a weird car. And it's brought back to good condition, saved really.
It won me over today.
Did it?
It's like, it looks great, it sounds great, it's fast. Like,
Makes choo-choo
I get
noises.
it, it's awesome.
Yeah. So
And
now
it's
what?
won because it still works.
Now what?
So Isaac, come on in. Marty and I had decided whoever won would win the other person's car. So Marty, this is yours.
Oh, thanks, man.
And we had a little chat, and we thought the best, we're gonna give it to you, man.
It's yours, dude.
It's yours.
Yeah.
In its entirety.
Really?
Rebuild the engine, sell off the rest, sell it all. Or just keep the bits you need, use it for your Beetle. No, legit, that's yours.
It's better that it gets recycled or repurposed into something else than just sitting in a
Yeah.
car park or a scrap heap. Like, more needs to happen with this. It's got so much cool stuff on
Yeah.
it, right?
Thanks, boys. That's crazy. I mean, I didn't anticipate bringing this home to my shed, to be honest. Hopefully the case isn't too bunged up. I think it did a lifter earlier in the day maybe, but the case is savable. I may be able to use it as a basis for another engine. But
Sounds
stuff
good to me.
Stuff like the Webers and the pedal box look alright at the minute.
It's $10,000 at least worth of stuff. You're saying that engine, when it worked, would have been at least a $10,000 build?
For me to build that tomorrow is probably more with our
Retail,
dollar.
yeah.
Really?
Sure.
Yeah, and if you factored labour into that, I mean, from ones I've done in the past, you could spend 15, 16, 17 grand and probably maybe not approach the horsepower of what that was making.
All right, there it is. Thank you very much. That's yours.
right.
Martin, I'll leave in Mr. Pooh with you.
Sweet.
We'll double
The
team
final
the Pooh.
victory.
Let's go.
Which car do we go home in?
Well done, Martin. You did it, mate.
Final victory.
You absolutely did it.
Unreal.
MR2, good job. Let's take it straight to the tip.
What? No way.